Big cities are the cultural and commercial hearts of countries and account for the highest population densities. Urbanization has led people to move towards the cities in search of jobs, education, and improved lifestyle, and their citizen counts can go up into millions and millions of people. Because of the unimaginably large number of people that need to commute from one place to another, mobility is of a very high demand. This demand can be met by proper transportation facilities and infrastructure. However, the current transportation system can also create many problems in these cities. In the current system, many motorized vehicles are burning fossil fuels on a large scale. Besides their contribution to climate change, they locally cause air pollution and smog, which can have serious health effects. These vehicles are also the cause of many congestions, which massively decrease mobility of citizens and further increases the environmental impact of transportation. Also, the large-scale use of cars in the current system creates inequalities, because many people cannot afford to drive a car and are therefore excluded from this part of the system. Finally, we find the current system to be very disconnected with nature. This should be improved for an increased mental health and appreciation of the natural environment. Our goal will be to solve these problems and are related to the Sustainable Development Goals that we will be focusing on throughout this project. They are industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, and climate action. But let's dive into what we really want. What is our vision of the future of big cities? We envision cities with strong mobility and connectivity, driven by sustainable transportation. People are discouraged to use cars in the city, as public transportation and bicycles become favorable alternatives in this new system. In these cities, social inclusion is promoted because of the connectivity of the more remote areas with the inner parts of the city, and inequalities are reduced as everyone gains access to these new standard modes of transportation. Nature will be all around you and easily accessible, which should increase the connectedness with people living in the city and nature. As a consequence, we envision people taking better care of nature and striving to protect it, as well as a more sustainable focused lifestyle among the people. In order to find out how we can change the incumbent system, we have explored various seeds, among which are sustainable modes of public transportation, the replacement of normal roads with bicycle lanes, and the inclusion of nature in old infrastructure to make the city more green. Together, these seeds form a niche of sustainable infrastructure, which is to replace the incumbent system. However, up until now, many cities have experienced a lock-in. The incumbent system has proven itself to be resistant to change. The fossil fuel and car industry have powerful lobbies that work against initiatives to change the system towards a more sustainable version. Additionally, people do not want to give up their individual freedom of driving a car, which further hinders the process of change. These are some of the challenges that need to be overcome in order to create a sustainable transportation system. To overcome these challenges, landscape conditions play a vital role. Over the last few years, we've seen changes in the landscape conditions which may work in our benefit. The effects of climate change are becoming increasingly recognized, and this has led to an increasing number of people supporting the cause of sustainability and adopting a sustainable way of living. Besides its many negative consequences, the COVID-19 pandemic also has effects that can be beneficial for this cause. Many cities are doing things that have never been possible before. The crisis is bringing people together, creating a more community-based perspective among citizens. A less individualistic approach will cause people to be more open to changes in infrastructure towards a more community-serving and inclusive system. Also, the effects of air pollution are noticed, as the pandemic has put a stop to most transportation across the globe. In order to overcome the challenges and reach our goals, partnership between the various stakeholders is required. As we earlier mentioned, the people in big cities play an important role and can work to the benefit of our cause. Additionally, governments and big companies that benefit from the new system should invest in new and more sustainable infrastructure all around the city. International cooperation of governments and experts can support this cause in order to make it truly global. So to sum things up, the transportation system of big cities falls short on sustainability and equality. With a combined set of solutions, we can help cities to become the best versions of themselves. We hope that our vision is shared among these parties involved in order to cooperate towards a common cause. Together, we can work towards a more sustainable world.